So this is Sarah, Morgan's mum. Just from your perspective, having such a wonderful daughter with such differences, can you speak a little bit what your experience has been?
With in schooling or in general?
In general.
Well, Morgan was always, you could always sort of tell that yes, there was, I don't want to say something a little odd, but she was very analytical and very exact, and we used to joke and call her our little robot because she did a drawing of like a butterfly or something when she was 2 or 3, and we were saying, oh, you know, that's beautiful, sweetheart. She'd say, well, why did you say that? Said, because of the colors. No, but why those words? Why did you choose those words? Because she also had ridiculous speech capacity at like 2 years old. And as she went through school, the first few years seemed to do fairly well, but by grade 3, she wasn't fitting the mold. And her anxiety also started separate from not fitting the mold. But it just sort of progressed from there. And unable to work in the groups because they either weren't doing it the way she felt it needed to be done, or they weren't working. And then as she got into the older grades, then it was, you know, working with people she didn't like or didn't like her. And now she's got some of the big issues right now that she's told me about, which is very different from what's actually happening, possibly. Like in drama class, they're doing a whole big thing on facial expressions, which she can't do. She can't look at a facial expression and know what that person's feeling, and she can't adapt a facial expression. Because if she's not in her pure emotional state, then it's a blank slate the entire rest of the time. So she just is having difficulties with that. And I don't know how much accommodation is often made for things like that without going in and fighting for it. At her primary school, there was no accommodation made at all. When she moved to the 6, 7, 8 school, they said, oh, we're just going to set something up for her. We don't need the reports that you have to pay thousands of dollars for because there's no money in the school budget to test for it. We're just going to set her up with this because she needs it. And that carried on to her new high school, which is perfect because it gives her the basis that she needs.
So the experience that the junior had was a good experience?
It was a very positive experience. It's the same school that our son's at now. And in the first 2 weeks of school there, they've done so much more than his previous 6 years at his other school.
That's fantastic.
Which it's awful that we had to fight the other school tooth and nail, and this one is like, we'd like to bring a speech therapist in, we'd like to have his language abilities assessed, we'd like to do this, what can we do to help, what does he need? Thank you. It only took 6 years.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Thank you.